Did you call me? And Eli said, no. Go back and write him again. And then the voice called him a second time, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel again back up and ran to Eli. Eli, did you call me? What am I saying to the church? I'm saying to us that we're all patiently. It's like chickens in a nest. It's like birds in a nest, waiting for the mother to come with some food that they can drop, that the mother can drop in their mouth, because they're all sitting there in the nest with their mouths open wide, and the mother will come with the warm and will drop it in their mouths. So we are like these chicks, we are like these birds, these baby eagles, sitting in the nest, waiting for God to drop a word in our spirit. We are all listening. Aren't you listening? Don't you want a word from God? We leave from where we are to come to this place because we want to hear from God. We spend hours that we spend on our knees because we want to hear from God. We want to know what God is saying. What is God saying for our family? Those of us who are leaders in our home, who are parents in our home, and we have children who are looking up to us, who are looking to us, we need to know that we can give a word to our children. So we ourselves need to be hearing from God. If we ought to properly instruct our children, we must be hearing from God. But we are living in a world, we are living in a society where there are so many voices. You know, part of my humor, part of the humor that I got after Hurricane Beryl passed was when a man called the radio station. And he said to the announcer, I don't know how many of us heard, but he said to the announcer, he said, Beryl is not a real hurricane. Beryl is not a real hurricane. I don't believe Beryl is a real hurricane. And the wind blowing heavy. The hurricane is a passing over the air. The man is saying, I don't believe Beryl is a real hurricane. Beryl is not a real hurricane. Beryl is a trick, what he said. Beryl is the plan of the NNP government. You're looking at me? I kid you not. I sat at home and I listened to this man on the radio. There is not a real hurricane, and he's saying that in the midst of the hurricane before the electricity went off. There is not a real hurricane. But there is like a plan that was made by the NNP government to take back power. The point I'm making is that there are so many voices out there. And if you want to hear, if you only want to hear how many voices are out there, just put on the radio to this part of the program. And everybody has something they want to say. Everybody has something to say. But despite what the people are saying, there is a voice that is out there and can be found even amidst all of these people, and that is the voice of our enemy within. So when we need to pray, when we come into the house of God, we need to know what voice am I hearing. Is this the voice of God? But what we may not realize, or what we do not often realize, that could very well be the devil. And then we enter into the relationship, we enter into marriage, and we realize we got into bed with the devil. And then we find ourselves saying to ourselves, but Lord, why didn't you tell me? But did we really pay attention to the voices? Did we test the voices that we were listening to? That we were hearing? I'm saying to us, we live in a society where there are many voices, and everybody wants to have a say in what we do, in how we live, in how we behave. Everybody wants to have a say in our lives. Everybody wants to have a goal, and tell us what to do. Because everybody believes they have the answer. And if we do not take the time to ensure that the voice we are listening to is the voice of God, we will make a mess of our lives. And the people who have been breathing down our necks, who have been offering unsolicited advice, they will be nowhere to heaven. So here is Elijah, a mighty prophet of God. Elijah just came out, right, from showing God and demonstrating the power of God before all the host of Israel. Can any one of us remember the miracle where Elijah put the prophets of Baal to a test? And he said, bring your lamb, bring your bullock, build your altar, and put your bullock on the altar, put your ram, and put it on the altar. And God answered by fire. Does anyone know about the test where Elijah put the prophets of Baal? The God that answered by fire, let him be God. And when all the prophets of Baal, they dressed their bull and they put it on the altar and they lit the fire. No, they didn't like fire, but they called upon their God to send out the fire. No fire came. And then the next day, Elijah, he took his bull, he dressed it, he set it on the altar, he dug a trench around the altar, and he poured water, he soaked the sacrifice with water, and then the Bible said, before he called upon the name of the Lord, fire came down from heaven and consumed the sacrifice. It licked up the water, the water that was in the trench. The God that answered my fire. So this account that I read for us here right now is happening at the backdrop of that magnificent